90.3 Voice of the People FM, 9 minutes past 7 p.m. right here in our studio. Good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining us and welcome to the Evening Rush. It is amazing Tuesday evening and I'm excited, in high spirit, you may say, the day of our Lord, the 11th day of the month of February 2025. My name is Precious Enyi, your host on the show. Now, this is where Nigeria's finest conversation happens every evening. We look at conversations and discussions that are shaping our nation with expert analysis, and most importantly, we get to have you have your say. Fortunately or unfortunately today, we may not be having a guest on the show. I will still have Dr. Dayo Kayode join me on the show today, but unfortunately, he may not be able to do so. So I thought, why not? Let's have an open mic. So I noticed that a lot of people have been complaining that, Precious, pray, you cannot take alcohol again, you don't take alcohol. Sorry. That is because I thought that, we get plenty talk with full mouth so that we could understand the talk one by one. But then it's okay. It's open mic. However, I have some leading stories for the day that I like us to just peruse or probably just run through. Once we gloss through them, we'll get to taking your calls and getting to share your thoughts and reactions on these issues or other issues that bothers you, especially as they concern our nation, Nigeria. Lagos, Nigeria, welcome to the Evening Rush on 90.3 Voice of the People FM. Yes, I'm your girl, Precious. Did I tell you the show is produced by Promise? Yes, it is. So let's get started with the hot topics this evening. The hot topic this evening, with deteriorating relationship with North, Tinubu may lose 2027 presidential election. This is according to El-rufai. And then we'll move on. Nothing will stand in my way if I seek re-election in 2027. This is according to the governor of Rivers State, Siminalayi Fubara. Reps direct NCC minister to suspend Telecom tariff hike. Say that tariff hike one increase by 50%. I beg NCC just hold on. Remember, say NCC be don't give approval. NCC I beg hold on. But before NCC go down talk finish, boom! Some networks, especially blue and yellow or yellow and black kind of thing, they don't increase them already. They don't already increase the 50% in. They don't enter. So our reps won't begin direct how NCC wanted them to stop on that because the action has been taken already. Hey, however, it gets something about that action we'll talk about, but let's just go on. CBN approves new ATM withdrawal charges for banks. So say you withdraw money without payment. If you withdraw for another bank 3 times in a month, they no go charge you. Now, from the 4th time, they go charge you. You understand? Right now, they say even for Freetown, nothing is free anymore. So you're going to pay for that, brother. Not funny, but then that's it. I'll let you in on that as we go on. But let's go on to other conversations. NNPCL under pressure to reduce petrol price amid rivalry with Dangote refinery. That's it. And then INEC security agencies pledge to tackle vote buying. INEC and security agencies that promise it through to our God who go handle anything we get to do with vote buying. Anybody who won't buy votes who go handle them. And so INEC and security agencies don't promise. Oh, did I tell you that Nigeria has ranked 140 out of 180 countries on the Transparency International Corruption Index rating? All right, legacy. Here, these are the hot topics that we have. Well, let's take a quick breather. When we return, we'll begin to dissect these and other conversations after the break. Stay with us. This is 90.3 Voice of the People FM. We'll be right back.
From the views on the street,
we go to bed empty hunger,
to the blaring horns of a hustling city. The loudest voices of the common man got a medium to be heard.
This particular administration, they were coming unprepared.
It's not a bad thing to renovate the president's lawn.
Through top-notch programming, unbiased reportage of news, sports, business, entertainment, and cultural documentaries, Voice of the People, 90.3 FM, became a symbol for 21st century media. And now, a new baby is born. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV, youthful, full of vigor and pressure for excellence in the continent's media space, exposing the wrongs, applauding the rights, dissecting the news without fear or favor, through factual and accurate stories and contents.
Corruption kills 3 things and makes a society.
Representing the interests of the people and giving them a voice. Voice of the People TV is here to stay towards building a fair society. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television, truly a voice for the people.
Right, Nigeria, Lagos, you're welcome back. It's still 90.3 Voice of the People FM. Let's get started very quickly. Get ready. We'll open phone lines earlier than usual today. So let's get started. Yeah. Madam Nasir El-rufai, former governor of Kaduna State, has started, he stated earlier today that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, may lose the 2027 election due to how badly his relationship with the North has deteriorated. Now, in a post on his official X handle, tagged 2027 Southwest, Tinubu supporters placed than 2 years into Tinubu's tenure. His relationship between the North was quickly deteriorating, driven by his words and conduct, especially those coming from Tinubu's geopolitical zone and tribe. Now, he stated that as an APC member, he will naturally want his party to win re-election in 2027. But as a realist, he has to state the obvious. It be like say go hard. Now, his post reads partly, it's actually premature to be talking about 2027 election less than 2 years into our first tenure. But what is happening in the political arena is forcing me to speak to it. As they say, a stitch in time saves nine. Well, he had a lot to say about that situation. He also did, by the way, mention about threats to arrest him and how they are forcing him to go on exile. He's expected to go on self-exile, but that he's not going anywhere. He would come back and stay in this country and talk about the country. So he's not going. In fact, he said he's suspending his academics and other stuff he's got to do, and then come back and stay in this country and talk about this country. And people are saying, well, but you do recall that yesterday we mentioned this issue when I spoke to the fact that some people were saying that, some people insinuated that, he never supported President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to get into power, but now, because his ministerial appointment did not pull through, he's now against the president. While others said, hey, hello, excuse me, do you forget that he also worked hard for the president to be in position today? Remember the Chatham House, how he helped answer questions and all that? Well, that's what some people said. However, irrespective of all of those, this allegation he's made about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's relationship with the North deteriorating. I'm now wondering, you do recall that over the weekend, news broke out that NIMC allegedly observed or noticed about 6,000 Nigerians, that is citizens of Niger Republic, having NIN number registered on the database of NIMC. That is, they have NIN. So that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had ordered for an overhaul of the NIMC database. And people are like, that 6,000 where you talk about, if you check well, if they not reach 1 million or 2 million non-Nigerians, we never talk Chad and other countries, especially from the north, that holds that, are registered and captured under NIN or NIMC, on NIN. Yeah. So, and people now said that, wait, this one that president has now ordered for overhaul of the database. We all know now, people used to say that during election, the gossip used to be rife. That during election, that people used to come in from Niger, Chad, Mali, and all that to vote during our elections. So could this be a way of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, if these orders and insinuations are true, to curb the power that the North has? Because people are saying it is only in Nigeria that you move from coastal area to Sahel region. That's when you now have more population. Usually, the populations are larger when you move, towards coastal regions. That is when you move to where water day and all that area. But not only for Nigeria, we say if you move from wet ground, 9 less population day. When they go hard ground, that's an be like say more population day. So people are alleging that. Meanwhile, it looks like those statistics and those data, those numbers that we see from North, the Cardassian states, may not actually be their numbers. Some people allege to those numbers as, numbers of underage voters because they admit underage voters. Some people say, because they bring in people from other countries to vote during election, like people from Niger and Chad and all of that. That may be the reason why we see them pull a lot of votes, a number of votes in election. So this one that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has now called on for the overhaul of NIMC database, the NIN numbers, could it be a way to clip the wing of the North to show them, say, that number one at least under the East brag on I not get them? That's what people are saying. That's insinuation. I didn't say. I'm just trying to analyze what some parties and some people are saying. And could this be the reason why El-rufai has also voiced out now that the president's relationship with the North is changing? Because of the way it is deteriorating and dying down, that he may not win the 2027 election. Okay, well, phone lines will soon be open, so you will be free to jumping on this conversation as fast as possible, or any other thing you want to talk about, by the way. But let's move to Rivers State, where the Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has expressed confidence that nothing will stand in his way of victory in 2027 governorship election if he so decides to seek for a second term. I say they're not rich. They're not rich, shouldn't be. They're not going to make contest election. Now, Governor Fubara made the remark today, Tuesday, while receiving delegation of traditional rulers and the leaders from the 3 local government areas that make up the Kalabari ethnic nationality in Rivers State. The delegations endorsed the governor for re-election, praising his leadership qualities and dedication to infrastructural development, particularly the 200 billion naira Trans-Kalabari road project, which is currently under construction. So, in response, Governor Fubara reiterated that his administration remains committed to delivering tangible progress for the people of Rivers State, emphasizing that impact and service matter more than the length of time spent in office. In the era, say the impact where you make, the show working where you show, now matter pass, and the quality of service where you deliver, now matter pass. Say it pass the number of years where you spend. If you like, spend only 1 year and use that 1 year show better working. People go remember your name past person we don't date there 20 years. You feel okay, well, he had a lot to say too. As I mentioned, he spoke about returning in office and nothing stopping him. But let's go straight to the National Assembly, where the House of Representatives today, Tuesday, directed the Minister of Communications, Innovation and Digital Economy, Dr. Bosun Tijani, and the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, to suspend the impending hike in telecommunications tariff until services are improved. Then call them impending hike. They don't say before they impend finish, palm some yellow networks don't take them up. They don't already increase their tariff. I'm coming to that conversation. So the decision of the House was sequel to the adoption of a motion of urgent public importance moved at a plenary today, Tuesday, by Ofoji Obuku. Now, presenting the motion, the lawmaker recalled that speaking after a stakeholders meeting with mobile network operators in Abuja, I think Wednesday last week, Wednesday 8th of January 2025, Tijani disclosed that telecommunications tariffs would soon increase. Yes. So the lawmaker stressed that the argument of the telecommunications companies for the hike includes the cost of investment, better networks, increasing demands for digital services across sectors such as education, banking, and healthcare, amongst others. Yeah. because they even talk, say for a long time, they never increased tariff at all. How many years? Long. Now, Obuku recalled that telecommunications companies had been advocating for the hike for the last 11 years, according to the Association of Licensed Telecom Operators of Nigeria, ALTON, and the Association of Telecommunication Companies of Nigeria, ATCON. The lawmaker noted that the National Association of Telecom Subscribers has rejected the proposed increase in tariffs, describing it as insensitive and a further burden on consumers already grappling with economic hardship and poor network service delivery. Say, how on one can put more pain? One can choke the neck of Nigerians. So it be say, they see hardship. Their eye don't red for hardship since. Waiting would they see this year? In fact, what would they see since? Worse, where? On our call carry tariff increase, join them. The smart data where they use get life when we enter social media and other net, internet. And I won't come give the joy from us. But they are saying that we haven't increased tariff since. For the past 11 years, we've been asking that one to increase tariff. But, well, the lawmaker also stated that how about bad network? How about bad network? Because on our network, so you're going to do you're going to do they do I. But yet, when they chop person money, about how about, I don't even want to talk about those ones. Now, he explained that the telecom's cost reflective tariffs in the face of adverse economic realities like a record inflation of 34.6% in November 2024 and losses resulting from foreign exchange fluctuations rather. It is imperative that the telecommunications companies improve on their service delivery first. Poor network. Deal with your poor network first before you go to increase price. That's what lawmakers they tell them. Now, he said this one, and we see be saying Nigerians they cry for. Nigerians don't they bite by lessons. But before we go down say Jack Robinson, what are you talking about? Nigerian subscribers today, can't they cry for internet? If you're on Twitter today, you will see it all over the streets of Twitter. Any street, even backyard for Twitter where you enter, you're going to see the cry of people up and down. Say, because a particular network provider don't increase sharp their data, tariff and data and SMS charge to make sure say it day in line with the 50% increment. Sharp. Now, the telecommunications giant recently implemented a price adjustment of 50% on its data bundles and SMS rates, sparking widespread backlash. We never check all. When you check out, you're going to offer. Okay. So, reports from affected users indicates that 15 gigabyte data plan has increased from 4,500 to 6,500. While the 20 gigabyte plan now costs 7,500, up from 5,500. The hike is even steeper for larger plans, with the 1.5 terabytes 90 days package surging from 150,000 naira to 250,000 naira. That one, 250, 150. Yeah, that one not past 50%. I mean, is my eye paining me? Okay. And then 600 gigabytes 90 days plan, rising from 75,000 naira to 120,000 naira. 75 to 120. See, I'll say that. 75 to 120. 75 to 120. It passed 50% now. It passed now. Pass. Okay. So then SMS rate have also increased from 4 naira to 6 naira per message. If you allow. All right, okay, that's 50%. Now, the development has sparked frustration, with many Nigerians taking to social media to express their dissatisfaction. Social media users complain. In fact, somebody, I think by the name at Ahmed Jr. lamented, it's nearly impossible for the average Nigerian to progress. 15 gigabyte data plan used to cost 2,000 naira. It's now 6,000 naira. Hey, that's what I'm going to. So there is a particular tariff that that particular network, they have. There is a particular service plan rather for weekly tariff. So that's weekly 15 gigabytes. They used to sell it for 2,000 naira. My brothers and sisters in the Lord, right now they have now increased it from 2,000 naira. That same service, 15 gigabytes for 2,000 naira is now 6,000 naira. Please excuse me, uncle and auntie. Is that not over 50% increment? Because if it was 50% increment, it would have been 3,000 naira. If I know I don't know mathematics, but when it comes to the money I have to spend, I remember maths. It would have been 3,000 naira. So increasing it from 2,000 naira to 6,000 naira, excuse me, is that not about 200% increment? So if that is, then is that not against the the approval by NCC? Okay. Meanwhile, remember when they nearly approved their price hike, The FCCPC warned them to ensure that they give Nigerians quality network. Because are they supposed to be in charge of consumer, how well these service providers serve us? So if you be say, remember, say over the weekend, these people trend because of their bad network. Say their network now die. So with the whole bad network, you've not done anything to tackle the bad network, and you've increased and some of your services above the stipulated 50%. What some people go can't do? What some people go carry their eyes see? Well, your guess is as good as mine. I'd like to take a response to that. But let's move quickly to other conversation. It's still about the money you have to spend, by the way. As the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has scrapped free withdrawal for customers using the bank's automated teller machines, ATMs. So if you're using other banks' ATMs, sorry, brother, because no more free. Remember that before now, you had 3 chances to withdraw for free in a month. So in a month, if you have to withdraw from another bank's ATM, you would have to withdraw 3 times for free. After the 3rd withdrawal, the 4th one, you begin to be charged, right? But right now, they don't come more time, because even for free towns, nothing be free anymore. Because the government is saying that, you know what, this is no longer feasible for us to do that for free for you. CBN said the review was necessary due to the rising costs and the need to improve efficiency of ATM services. CBN say it ain't necessary to increase them because of rising costs. Ever consider what Nigerians get to face? You even consider the fact that there is even no cash. For us to get cash in Nigeria, we buy it. So now, excuse me, that you have increased the withdrawal rates in ATM machines. That means POS operators will increase their own. They already increased from 100 naira for every 500 naira. They increase it to 150. Some people are even charging 200 naira. So right now, we go hard them more to access the cash, not before them to increase them more. So who bears this brunt? The ordinary Nigerian. How can they cope? How are they able to breathe? My neck safe, don't choke. So they now say by the new directive, the 3 free monthly withdrawal allowed for remote on us, that is other banks' customer, not on us customers in Nigeria under section 10, subsection 6.2 of the guide shall no longer apply. However, withdrawals made from a customer's bank remains free. So, if you're a bank with Bank A, and the ATM where you hold, now that Bank A where you bank with ATM card, right? And now your ATM card be that. If you go Bank B, go withdraw, now you then go charge you. But if you go the ATM machine of your own bank, don't worry, it still be free. But if you go Bank B own, wait for the rate, because I'm about to blow your mind now. So they say customers using banks ATM, customers using another bank's ATM will be charged 100 naira per 20,000 naira withdrawal. For every 20,000 naira you withdraw, you pay 100 naira. If the ATM is located within the bank premises, but if the ATM is not located within the bank premises, every 20,000 naira you withdraw, you pay 500 naira. Breaking news. Does it make sense to you? That's the amount you have to pay. The question is, how many ATM machines today of other banks where if you withdraw up to 20,000 naira? Because the much I know, now this period, now I don't see, some banks let you withdraw into 2,000. 2,000. Before we used to have limit of 10,000, then 20,000 for 10,000 for other banks, 20,000 for your own bank. But right now, 2,000, 5,000 for other banks. So that by the time you withdraw 2-3 times, your 3 times don't finish, then you begin to pay. I don't even know the rationale behind that. I'm just assuming. Because I wonder why that is. So right now, if you withdraw money from another bank's ATM, you pay, for each 20,000 naira you withdraw, you pay 100 naira. And if you withdraw from another bank's ATM that is not within the banking premises of that bank, you pay 500 naira for each 20,000 naira. I don't know. I'm willing to see this through to the end, because CBN has, however, not explained how they will ensure that they press on these banks to ensure they have monies in their ATMs, especially the ATM machines within their banking premises. Because if they make more money for ATM machines with the outside banking premises, normally go make sure say more money day, more cash they available for those ATMs, because you're making more profit from those. So I hope the CBN understand the magomago will fit happen, will likely fit happen with this policy. At the end of the day, now the common man now go suffer am. Because with the small money Nigerians have, where they go say they use try manage, they go come they spend more because of service. I hope we'll not return to the era where people just want to bury their monies in their house, because I don't want to shout instead of me to go and be spending more money to get back my own money that I put in there. Well, moving further with this conversation, the surcharge, according to CBN, an income of the ATM deployer or acquirer must be disclosed at the point of withdrawal. However, international ATM withdrawals would be charged at the exact rate set by the international acquirer. The CBN circular dated February 10, yesterday, reads in parts, in response to rising costs and the need to improve efficiency. So there's rising costs. Okay. And need to improve efficiency of automated teller machine ATM services in the banking industry. The Central Bank of Nigeria has reviewed ATM transaction fees prescribed in Section 10, Subsection 7 of the extant CBN Guide to charges by banks, other financial and non-financial institutions inclusive, 2020. So the review is expected to accelerate the deployment of ATMs and ensure that appropriate charges are applied by financial institutions to consumers of the services. Accordingly, banks and other financial institutions are advised to apply the following fees with effect from March 1, 2025. And at the end, they can't rate the fees them down where you go pay. Okay, just for your information, I just thought to let you know that. Okay, the Nigerian National Petroleum Limited malls fresh premium motor spirit price reductions as MRS filling station in partnership with Dangote Refinery announced a fuel pump price cut on Monday. So they don't reduce their fuel pump price, right? So the national president of the Petroleum Products Retail Outlet Owners Association, Billy Gilly Harris, and spokesperson for Independent Petroleum Markets Association of Nigeria, Chinedu Okadike, made this known in a separate exclusive interview. The development follows MRS filling station's announcement of fuel price reduction on Monday for the first time in 2025. The oil firm stated on Monday in its official X account that its pump price had dropped from 925 naira per litre in Lagos Southwest, 933,000. Then from 933 to 925, and then north from 945 to 945 rather, and southeast to 955. The new per litre price drop is from around 970 previously sold by the company. Because I bought last 970. So in Lagos now, if you're in Lagos now, you'll be buying 925. If you're in other states of the southwest, you're buying 933 in MRS. If you're in the north, you're buying 945, and if you're in the southeast, you buy for 955. This comes weeks after Dangote Refinery on February 1, 2025 announced an ex-depot price drop to 870 from 970 per litre. Bottom line now, as MRS don't drop their own price now, NNPC don't they think now we'll get to drop our own price too. But wait too, shouldn't NNPC have taken the lead before Dangote, a private refinery? Because if we're actually buying according to direct market prices, so is Dangote supposed to remind NNPC that there's a drop in crude oil price enough to bring down the price of fuel or petroleum products in Nigeria? I don't know, but let's just get to another conversation. I just thought to tell you guys about NNPC. They think they never reduce them yet, according to this report. They think that one. Okay, so moving on to other conversation. This is according to your corruption rating in Nigeria, and I thought to bring this quickly. Then we're jumping and taking your calls and reactions. As one report has it that Nigeria has been ranked 140 out of 180 most corrupt countries in the world, according to Transparency International. So the organization, in a statement on February 11, 2025 today, on its official website, ranked Africa's most populous nation 140 most corrupt country in the world, with a 26th out of 100 score rate. So out of over 100 on a score 26. Do you understand? 26%. That's what your country scored. The new ranking by Transparency International showed a slight improvement in the previous year when the country ranked 145 with a score 25. So on a get one score additional by improving in corruption. That is, on corruption don't reduce more by 1 point. Despite this improvement, the country's corruption score of 26 still fell well below the global average of 43, indicating persistent challenges in governance and accountability that keep it among the most corrupt nations globally. Now, the index published on Tuesday measures perception corruption levels of the public sector on scale of 0 to 100, where 0 indicated high level of corruption and 100 meant clean. So, yeah. There were other countries that also were on the same mark with Nigeria, and that I think Nigeria was joined by Uganda, Mexico, Madagascar, Iraq, and Cameroon in the same 26 points. Yeah. Okay, so that's it. However, the least ranked also the least ranked countries, Denmark as the least corrupt country with 90 points, Finland as second with 88 points, and Singapore as third with 84 points. No African country like this made it to top 10. Very clean list, none of them. It was dominated by European countries. However, Cape Verde tops the list of the least corrupt African country, despite being number 35 with 62 points. Lagos phone lines are open. Let's begin to take your thoughts and reactions on the conversations of race tonight. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call. It's an open mic day. I have a step down conversation, and in my step down, I'll be traveling to University Unizik. But before I get to Unizik in my step down, let's take your thoughts and reactions. It's open mic. You can decide to jump in on all of this conversation, any of these, or all of them, or you just have anything bothering you about the country you want to jump in, chiming on, right? 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call. 0817 175 6338 is the other number to call. 0817 175 6338 is the other number to call. Yes, the other alternative line is also 0803 692 9933. 0803 692 9933. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, you're welcome. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Chisom. Actually, my first time of calling.
Now you talk to my son like that. Chisom, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Kenu.
Oh, congratulations, Chisom. Thank you so much for joining us. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
This country, I don't even just understand.
Waiting happen. What's in the country do you this time?
We are battling with almost everything. The corruption is increasing price of everything. Cash that you cannot have, you cannot collect again. Now the banks are also doing their own. Is this how we are going to continue?
Sorry. Sorry. You will survive. I assure you, you will survive. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, phone lines are still open. 0700 903 903 903. Please turn off the volume of your radio set when you call. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. You're welcome.
My name is Patan.
Akpan.
Patan.
Akpan,
Patan.
Fakpan.
There's one thing I want to add.
Go ahead.
Are you sure our leaders in Nigeria they have human feeling? Are you sure our leaders in Nigeria they have human feeling? Because if they have human feeling for the people they are leading or they are ruling, all these increments they will stop it. Because as I am right now, all these increments, I am affected so much. How much will I use to buy cards to call? Even if I use 500 naira to buy cards, within a short time it is finished. I'll buy another one again. And how much will I eat for the day? How much will I give my children? How much will I pay for school fees? How much will I pay for house? How much will I pay for rent? How much will I pay for light? How much will I pay for water, for God's sake? These people, if they know they are not prepared to lead us, if they know they are not prepared to rule us, tell them leave us alone. All these agreements is affecting us. If it's not affecting you, it's affecting other people. Thank you.
You know what affects me? I'm from Afghanistan. It affects me. Oh. Sorry, sir. Thank you. Okay. Apologies. Sorry. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Hello.
Yes, hello. Welcome.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Welcome.
Thank you. This is Bo Yesin calling from Afromedia.
Bo Yesin, how are you today? Welcome.
I am fine. And you?
I'm great. I'm super.
Yeah, I can hear from your voice. I can notice that. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much.
Go ahead.
You see, if I were the one who made that, what do you call it? Transparency International?
Yes, Transparency International.
Transparency International. If I were the one, I would say Nigeria is the number one corrupt country in the whole world.
Where our corruption don't they reduce? You can't they call us number one? Why you like this? Why you not?
My dear sister, it is not reducing. Rather, it is increasing. With the crop of leaders you have now, you know them. When the leaders don't feel for the common people, they keep turning things upside down, making sure they retain power. So what are we talking? Let's be sincere to ourselves now, my dear sister. That's the truth. That's the truth. And again now, you talked about the voters. You too, you know that all those things are just hanky-panky. A section of the country will vote accordingly. Then you go to other places, you see minors voting. Yet nothing is done. INEC will be there doing a different thing, playing the obedience of those who sent them. What are we talking? When I say Nigeria is corrupt, my dear sister, it's not just one thing. And we all know it. We all know, except we want to pretend that we don't know. So, Nigeria, which way? It's still a long way. It's a long way. Let me just stop there. Thank you very much. Have a nice
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yes. Thank you. All right. Lagos phone lines are still open. 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good evening. Oops. Help me turn up the volume of your radio sets.
Yeah, this is calling.
Hello?
Hello, good evening, Precious.
Yes,
this is Peter calling from Mango Palace.
Peter, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Precious,
Sir?
for them to say our corruption is reducing, that means themselves they are corrupt. Thank you.
That is the Transparency International corrupt too.
You said what?
That means Transparency International also they corrupt.
For them to say our corrupt, for them to say our is reducing now, that means themselves they are corrupt.
Why?
Thank you. Yes. Okay, what? Let us show us the reason that they are telling us that our corruption is reducing now.
All right, thank you so much. That's your opinion. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Hello,
Koboko. Oh, no vex. Now waiting make me talk less today. Say, oh yeah, make everybody begin bombard. Sorry.
What he said is that they should stop in Nigeria. El-rufai is one of the things that Nigeria is facing now. 2014, when they bring terrorists, this Okajo, no go over. El-rufai should allow you. Concerning NIN, my sister Trump, 1st of March 2021. NIN will continue to be a fraud. Are you hearing me? So I support to go for that one. Anybody want to say Tinubu go lose the election should allow it to rest. Tinubu lose the election. Tinubu have traveled at the same time. That's why they say he go lose the election. If you like to lose this night, concerning Central Bank, the money was collected during cashless started February 10, 2023. When I can buy it of election, and then I can do it. Now I don't come out my money, otherwise I will lose away. I will do so that I will take the deal for the money. Concerning INEC, INEC, I want you to not announce the result to 3 a.m. Make you know of FIFA. Not when I know about the client judgment, which we are expecting November 2023 to the 26th of October. So make you know about the judgment. In conclusion, and the
Sorry. You're quenching before you're off, eh? Thank you. Thank you very much too. Okay, so speaking about that INEC story, yeah, I didn't get into it. So in a decisive move to curb vote buying and ensure secure elections, the Independent National Electoral Commission and Nigeria's security agencies today, Tuesday, reaffirmed their commitment to electoral integrity ahead of key polls in 2025 and 2026. Remember, there are some states, I think Anambra is supposed to have election, is that number? No, sorry, Osun State will have next year. And some states are supposed to have off-season elections. So basically, your security agencies and INEC, they say, true to our God, we want to make sure say we stop vote buying for every election. May that kind of thing not happen again. So they said. So at the first regular meeting of the Interagency Consultative Committee on Election Security, Nigeria, Professor Yakubu Mahmood warned that vote buying remains a serious threat to free and fair elections in Nigeria. He noted that while arrests have been made in previous elections, the fight against electoral corruption must intensify, especially with party primaries approaching. He highlighted that vote buying is not limited to election day, but extends to party primaries, where delegates are influenced with money to manipulate nomination process. Yeah, he say vote buying, they start for party primaries. When you dollarize primaries. Four lines are open, but let me just run you through the hot topics we've had tonight very quickly. With deteriorating relationships with North, Tinubu may lose 2027 presidential election. El-rufai fumes. And nothing will stand in my way if I seek re-election in 2027. Fubara, the River State governor, says so. Reps direct NCC minister to suspend Telecom tariff hike. But before they finish the direction, some people don't already increase them. As subscribers already react as a particular network raises data prices and tariff hike. We'll move on to other issues very quickly as CBN approves new ATM withdrawal charges for banks. So if you want to withdraw money from any ATM machine, will not be your bank own now. You no go withdraw 3 times for free again. Any withdrawal where you make now, you go pay 100 naira. 100 naira. No, if you withdraw up to 20,000 naira, you pay 100 naira. But if you now have bad luck and you now go and withdraw from another bank that is not your company's bank, that is not within the that is not your bank, and that bank is not with that ATM is not, or ATM machine is not within the banking premises of that bank, he's in another place, you pay 500 naira for each 20,000 naira you withdraw. That's the message that TBN make a pass given her. But we'll move on as NNPCL under pressure to reduce petrol price amid rivalry with Dangote. And I also told you that INEC security agencies pledged to tackle vote buying. Say, through to our God, we will tackle vote buying. Nigeria ranks 36th world most corrupt country in the world. That is 140 out of 180 most corrupt countries in the world. Phone lines are open. Lagos, Nigeria, 0700 903 903 903 0817 175 6338 and 0803 692 9933. Feel free to jump in on either of these conversations, either these ones or anything bothering your mind. Hello, good evening and welcome. Hello, are you there? Hello? I've picked your call. Where are you? Hello? Oh, unfortunately. Hello, good evening. Hello? Have I lost you now? Oh, what's going on? Okay. Hello, good evening. All right. Okay. You see the call drops we're talking about. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Precious.
Sir? You're welcome. Hello? This can't be. Are you there? Can you hear us?
That's having a little...
Oh dear. The network is really bad and we can't hear you. Please do what to call back. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Precious.
Sir?
Please, I beg you, just tell Mahmoud Yakub to leave us alone.
Oh,
please,
sorry.
Please, he should just leave us alone.
Okay, sir.
Let him not insult our sensibilities once again. He should just keep quiet and allow us.
No.
Because he has put so many wounds. I mean, so many salt you should
For
not
injury.
add salt to injury, please.
Sorry.
Please,
Sorry.
you should just relax.
In don't hear
Because
you.
we are still suffering the pains it causes us, please.
Sorry, in they hear you.
Please.
Thank you.
Tell us about yes and talk to I beg.
In don't hear you.
Leave us alone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Hello, good evening, Precious.
Sir, you're welcome, sir.
Yeah, Batex calling from Ebene.
Batex, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, Precious.
Sir?
Does it mean that we don't have mineral resources in Nigeria again when these people want to make us and sink us? Why all these taxes from bank, from this place, from here? So we don't have oil again that are generating money for Nigerians. We don't have other mineral resources, gold, coal, name them. Why these people, why this man is so wicked like this?
Well, I don't understand, sir. Calm down, please. You're in public radio.
So Precious,
sir?
Why these people want to sink the masses? Is it fair? So we don't have any other mineral resources that are generating money for Nigeria. Why taxing everything, tax. Upon people are crying that there is too much hardship. People cannot afford to eat a day. Every day they just wake up. If they are sleeping, they are thinking how to tax Nigerians. It's very, very unfortunate, Precious. Sorry. I don't know. And when you are reading all those things, it's like you are promoting them.
Promote? Am I not a Nigerian?
Because the way you are reading it, that it's like you are promoting them.
I'm doing my work, my brother.
They will just, maybe the next day they will just find another this thing to add to Nigerians' injury.
God forbid. God forbid that I would do
Look
that.
at these people. I don't know what they are doing here. Say they are governing Nigerians. So I don't know. In short, I'm telling you the truth. Precious, have a wonderful night.
Sorry, you too, my brother. Thank you. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Hello, Precious. Good evening.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you. Go ahead.
My name is Mayor from Precious.
Mayor, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Starting from Transparency International, I don't think that their listing is correct. They should go and do their homework very well. Nigeria should 140 is too much for Nigeria. Nigeria should be from the first 10. Yes, because I wonder how other places will be like if Nigeria, that everything here is upside. Corruption is working like a giant, like a Goliath in Nigeria. They're telling us 140. They are not saying the truth. That is my listing on that. Then, on what you said about TBN, the new charges for PL, I think I heard somebody said that. Do you ask you whether do you really think that these people have feelings? I don't even think those people that are covering us, blood flows in their veins. Because if they have blood in their veins, if they have not showed their conscience, I don't think because what Nigerians are passing through is terrible. Look at what the last week I was telling you, that is that you are promoting them. How can you be every day, they keep on coming up with new tariff increases? Do they want to finish Nigerians? Who will they govern by 2027 when they come back? Are they going to govern grass? This is the height of wickedness. So. And when I say that Tinubu government is just John 1010, people, you say that I'm trying to be, because they have just come to steal, to kill and to destroy.
Hey.
We are talking of, yes, that is what the man has come here to do. Because which one will you talk about? Regulatory tariff? As I'm talking to you now, where I am, I'm in darkness. There's no light. Increase of electricity tariff, increase in telecom, increase in ATM. So somebody cannot take his money. Well, people will start digging graves to put their money because it is getting too much now. Do they want to stifle the Nigerians before drain the last blood of Nigerians? This is the most wicked government in this history. Abacha is a friend under this government. That is the truth. It's so unfortunate that people are dying and they are coming up with more stringent measures to us to stick. People are crying, dying every day. And the next news will be another tariff, increase in tariff. Look at the one as a import tariff at NPA last week. Look at the electricity. Look at every day. The people they are so wicked. That is also true. The APC government, they are wickedness personified. Thank you. Have a blessed night.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hello. Good evening and welcome.
Good evening, Madam Precious.
Good evening. Is this Alex? Welcome, Alex.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm great.
See,
I was very great
on the
before,
list,
but the
Nigerian,
calls are making me feel sober now.
I'm very care of the Lord is your strength.
Amen. Go ahead. Thank you.
It's our strength. See, this, what they call it, Nigeria being among the most corrupt nations. It's not Nigeria. Nigeria did not do anything. It's the system and the government. That is what they are referring to. Because Nigeria is innocent. It's just those that said they want to rule, they want to dominate corridors of power. Those are the people they are referring to. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Go ahead.
That is number one thing. Secondly, the bank system. What's the name? What's the name of the CBN? See, all this thing they are doing. Let us thank God that the only thing that I know that they are unable to add money or to make Nigerians to pay dearly for is the air we breathe. If air is something that I will pay for, these people are ready to make sure they frustrate the life out of Nigerians. But they're not doing also. Not be today I don't see pepper. If you carry pepper now, put for my eye, they will tell you, boy, not be today I don't see pepper. That is what these people are really doing. Look at between how many months since the May 29 that they took over power. Calculate how many times they've been increasing taxes in all sectors. Is it the bank? Is it fuel? Is it foodstuffs? Common toothpaste. Now one can buy. Don't be surprised that very soon, if people are not careful, we are not carrying this. We'll buy one toothpaste for 5,000 naira. I'm telling you, my toothpaste just finished. I couldn't even afford to buy it. To see how terrible it is. So they want us to now start using even to what they call chewing stick itself. Is it affordable? And you think some and the gullible ones will call and say the government is doing well. Whereby whatever they are doing, you are hearing the economy is growing. But your life is just stagnant. The little money you are getting that is not even increasing. You are even spending on just one little product that does not even worth it. And you say you are living a good life. If you don't have conscience in this and continue to support evil, I'm telling you that listen to me, continue to support evil. May the Lord have mercy on you. Just continue. Thank you, Madam Precious.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hello, good evening. But I know they support evil, if you meant that I was supporting evil anyway. Hello, good evening and welcome.
I mean you, Precious. I mean those that are supporting this government.
Okay, thank you. I just thought to make that clear. Hello, good evening and welcome. Please help me turn up the volume of your radio set. Yes?
Good evening, Precious.
Sir, welcome.
How they going to go?
You say what's in?
I said, how they going to go?
The go, we still there inside the go like this. The go never go finish.
Okay.
Welcome, sir.
I want to comment on two. One, about the Kanu something. All those people that are talking about Kanu, they are talking from their functional axis.
Please, Oga, quench the volume for the voice of your radio. You hear the whole back, Abi. You like him?
Hello.
Quench the voice of your radio, I beg. Help me.
If the 5 governors.
Oga, help me quench the voice of your radio now. To reduce the volume of your radio, or you waka come out there. I beg. Please turn up the volume of your radio set, please.
All of this now.
Just go. Oh, Jesus.
So
can you not turn it off completely? Is it not possible?
I'm trying to let me off it.
Yes, turn it off.
Okay. Just a minute. Are you ready to now?
Well done, sir. But Oga, next time you don't go do like this again, Abi. Next time you won't do this again, right?
The 5 governors gather together, agree together, and meet the president with the leadership in the southeast. I believe this issue will be resolved once and for all. And I believe that is my own thinking.
So you think that the reason Nnamdi Kanu is still incarcerated?
Secondly, please, our analysis that is spoke yesterday, the way they are talking about the men of God in this country. Look, the Bible tells us
these are my people. Their judgment is not in our hands. It's in the hand of God. For someone to be saying this is doing a double standard. The way they are talking, I'm not happy about it at all. And it's encouraging the younger ones to be very rude. So, our men of God, please, Precious,
sir,
let's make sure that we are not the only one that can speak. We are not the only one that can speak. We are not the only one who has the grammar. But if you hate somebody, if you hate the leadership of this country, that's a different pattern. If the people you wanted, if they come there, can they do better? And if they know that they can do better, why they don't go and be in politics and do it for us? Please let them check what they say on the radio. It is well with you, Precious, and I say good night to you.
Thank you so much. Good night to you too. Hello, good evening and welcome. Reduce the volume of your radio set, please, sir. Hello? Hello? All right. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Hello, Precious. Good evening.
Sir, you're welcome, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Innocent. I'm calling from Amu of the State.
You're welcome, Innocent.
Please, I want to first of all, I don't know about this Supreme Court case they have in River State. What are we appealing to the Supreme Court? Let them do the right thing here. Because it's not good when somebody have done what others done. They are now his own will be different. So I don't know what Kubara committed that they are now chasing him. And if it is government that can advise the Supreme Court, if they have the power, let them also advise them. Because if these people that pursue Kubara succeed, maybe tomorrow they may not turn it to the man in power. So the man in power should be wise enough to know that somebody wants to eat what he are eating, meaning that he's dreaming about you and he's planning about you. So the man should be wise, because River State is the state I have in my heart, that whatever is happening in River State will somehow touch me, touch me. So let the government of Nigeria know how to manage it, and let Fubara continue his thing and complete his tenure. And again, please, I don't know whether it's possible for you to help Nigerians check cost of living for other African countries. That if we are 54 in African countries, even if it's 10 or 15, just to check their cost of living. I have
a friend who just traveled to what's that country, Morocco. If you see how cheap things they for Morocco, you go cry. Morocco. Okay. Yeah. If you see how cheap things they, things like food. At least if you see how cheap it day for Morocco, you go cry. I think I wish that I have another caller who also told me they traveled to Morocco recently. I wish he's listening so he can call and tell you himself.
Please, so that we can now know where to stand and tell our government that this is where you people are killing us. Because when we said, they said the other people are suffering more than that. We don't know the one that is true.
But waiting be their purchasing power, waiting be their ability to get jobs compared to you. You know, people may buy things more expensive because they actually have access to work and they're paid well too. So when you earn more, it's not a problem for you to spend more. Maybe you know, Oga. It be businessman. But the problem with Nigeria is when there is no job and you are not earning more, but you're spending more. How can you keep waiting be the GDP per capita in those countries versus our country? These are questions you need to ask.
Okay. And also I have seen that the problem is some people who doesn't have work, their own will be worse. But those that are having small work or doing some work, I know it's very hard. I don't think in the world, everywhere in the world where it will be somehow easy. As myself, I have traveled 1 or 2 places. Even to buy a bottle of water in Singapore when I go, I know how much is about 1,000 something then. About 10 years ago when I went there, I bought a bottle of water. I calculated it's Nigerian money, 1,000 something. But I don't know. But
you know, go use Nigerian money, judge those ones. So when you travel to those countries, you know, go judge by Nigerian money, judge by waiting you they earn. Waiting be the amount where they earn when you work for Singapore.
And the Nigerians should somehow learn to start learning things, because when you see all the whole work, all the whole building material, whatever we are supplying for the building in Nigeria now is Togo. Niger, people are.
It be like how our people don't leave all those work. So I agree with you. Thank you so much, Mr. Innocent.
And there is a lot of money there. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, hi. Oh, the first time a woman is calling me in a very long while. A lady with a sweet voice like that.
Chichi from Isolo.
Chichi, you're welcome. I love your voice.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
So I missed Barrister Darlington on the show today because this kind of topics that you have, he would have, he has the best words for.
He would have eaten
all of them. Just like that, a caller mentioned whether our mineral resources has finished, so they don't have anywhere to tax from.
To get money again, so they're taxing humans.
And this thing reminds me of that artwork. I don't know, but I was supposed to look for that art and compensate him, where they drew Baba squeezing the last blood out of the citizen's life. Because this is obviously what is happening right now. Because if he's, look at it, he's barely 2 years in office and people are already, God. Because crime rates will increase because people will start preying on people. Yes, this your God forbid, but it's the reality.
Oh, so you don't follow my God forbid since.
Okay. This is the
so you know the problem. Well, I'm afraid to agree with you because you may be very correct. You know why? Because with all of this increment of tariffs and all that, remember that customs was giving, I think, about 12 trillion targets or so. And custom is passing that bulk, that payment to importers. And remember that we're largely import dependent. So if an importer is bringing in things and the money he will use to clear a particular container is more expensive, he naturally will pass the cost to the consumers. And then that's not enough. We'll now go to NPA. They're also about increasing their own tariff too. And at the end of the day, now the consumer the bulk of this go pass. And that's why I am afraid to agree with you that things may really get bad or worse.
Whether you agree with me or not, that's the reality. Now for the bankers, if it has gotten to this point, let people begin to go back to the old ways of saving money. Keep your money in your houses. Look for the safest place, because if people don't take their money to the bank, they will fold up. How much of their money is in that bank where they work? It's all people's money, and then they won't have them have it. So I rest my case here.
Thank you.
Is it Mr. Koboko? Please, I'd like him to call always. But please advise him. This man would not have abstention. Is this how he talks normally?
Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate you. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening, sir. Welcome.
How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Welcome, sir. What's your name, sir?
Shola Okiki calling from South Light Lagos.
Shola, you're welcome. Go straight on. Let's hear you.
Thanks. No problem. I think this is not the Nigeria of our dreams. Our collective dream for this country is to have a peaceful and a stress-free country where no one will be oppressed. But it's like nothing is working for us in this country. Again, I'm afraid. This is the same El-rufai. I'm talking about El-rufai now, please. Okay. This is the same El-rufai who told us at the expiry date of Buhari that they went throughout the African country to invite some hoodlums, let's call them terrorists, to come and invade Nigeria. If Buhari does not make it to the House of Rock. And that man made it there. I now said that they have those terrorists to go back to wherever they came from. And they refuse to go back. And here we are now. Terrible state under siege every blessed day. We are experiencing killings here and there. And the same El-rufai is not coming up to tell us one or two things about the present government. And this is the same El-rufai we're supposed to have stoned to death on the street, compared to what he has done. And we all are looking at him as if he is the Messiah now, that is criticizing the present government, simply because he does not make it to the government, maybe to have a ministerial appointment or anything, like that for reasons best not to him. So if this does not work for him, the only thing for him to do is to dab out the whole thing. That one is aside. When you are talking about an increment on all our goods and whatever, it means that we are trying to be unnecessarily hypocritical about all these things. Because when the subsidy is gone, when subsidy is gone, troubles come. That is just the way I'm thinking, I'm looking at it. Because there is no way you could increase remove subsidy and you will expect all other goods to stay where they are. It cannot be possible. We have done the need. He thought he has done the needful, and the next thing is for every other thing to come up, including the one that I just mentioned about the importation that has to do with the custom and the NPA.
So I'm coming. What has subsidy what you help me explain what subsidy has got to do with, for instance, there is this toll gate by Airport Road. What has subsidy got to do with increasing the toll gate fee? Before election, I think it was 100 naira, from 100 to 200 to now 300 naira, thereabouts. What has subsidy got to do with increasing just that toll gate tariff? It's a government-owned investment by NCAA. What has tariff got to do with that?
Thank you for that. That one that you are pointing at, that's our toll. The people that are working there are still going to pay their transport to get there every day.
No, they are paid by government, Oga. It is a government-owned company. It is a government-owned tariff. So, are you saying that? Just hold on, I'm coming now. You know, you were telling me that once subsidy is gone, okay.
Trouble comes.
But I'm not saying that trouble will not come. When the government will come more subsidy, no, say things go hard for your people, Abi. How about if you now also ensure that you don't increase the prices of your own services? The customs is government-owned services. Why do you mandate customs to generate more revenue for you? Where do you think they'll generate the revenue from? Is it not from Nigerians? That's the point I'm making. So if you're mandating customs to generate more revenue, FIRS, for instance, FIRS to generate more revenue, how would they generate the revenue? Is it not from Nigerians? So if they're generating it from Nigerians now, is this subsidy they're collecting it from?
Hello, Madam President.
Oh, God, they hear you. No worry.
Oh, no.
I can hear you.
Hello,
I can hear you.
Okay. Have you done?
I'm done. Go ahead.
What I'm saying in essence is that when you have a government that does not respect human feelings, all these things will keep on cropping up. I'm not saying that it's supposed to be like that. But once you have people that does not even care whatever happens to the citizens, all these things will be coming up. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that it's supposed to go up. But I am only telling you that once that one is gone, we should expect many other bad things to come on it. And this is exactly what we are experiencing now. Okay. Not that it's supposed to be increased. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just telling you that.
All right, thank you.
It's like when you are having children at home, you're supposed to know their number. All these things are not in place. We don't know our population in Nigeria. We don't know so many things.
Thank you so much. So let me let you go. Thank you. Hello, good evening and welcome. Hello? Hello, are you here? Good evening. All right, so when you call, please kindly just ensure that you're ready to speak with us so that we can just we can move straight to the conversation. Let me go straight to my WhatsApp messages because my WhatsApp box is full. I want to make sure I read all messages today before I go to my step down conversation. May God harden the heart of APC to continue to go on this pedestrian of political intimidation and harassment across parties so that their sins and evil plans against Nigeria will continue to expose, which I know they will surely call to answer when the table turns. Secondly, on CBN tariff increase, on use of ATM, that is no more news. I think they are used to let the president continue the exploitation. How? Chika from Chika Bende from Trade Fair Lagos sent in that message. Greetings for all to all in the studio. The lawyer there is brilliant. Which lawyer? No? Okay. By the time Tinubu finished with Nigeria will understand why it's dangerous to be led by... Oh, stop it. In fact, the masses of Nigeria will cry all the days of Tinubu's administration. Few from Okota, stop that, please. This is no prayer at all. Honestly, I can't understand where, as a country, we're headed to with the current state of the nation. People are going through so many challenges, yet the current government are bringing up tax policies that are increasing the citizens' hardship. 2027 haven't gone half. Our political office holders are already talking about 2027 election. That is 2025 haven't gone half. Real leaders think about governance and next generation, while politicians think about next election. If former governor of Kaduna State had made it to Aso Rock as minister, will he be saying the things that he's saying now? Biggest question, begging for an answer. Well, we are watching as the planet is listening. Comrade Abraham sent in that message. Good evening, VOP. Dangote Refinery of Petroleum and the NNPC are just playing Nigeria's intelligence. Fuel moved from 200 to 1,200 per litre. Suddenly, they have started dropping again. What does not make any difference or value to a common Nigerian, just to make it look like there is an improvement going on. Raf from Satellite Town sent in that message. Beautiful Precious is flying solo today. Well done for the good job. The North should please allow the country to have peace with their selective judgment. When their brother was there, why were they not this vocal? Michael Achebe from Abaronjo sent in that. And Abraham, my name is Precious Abraham. Abraham from Mafaluku says Nigerian politicians talking about 2027 election in 2025 when they have clearly not done anything for the people that elected them into power since 2023 shows how power hungry that they are, and it surely shows that they don't care about me and you. They just want to be in power no matter the cost. So make my fellow Nigerians open their eyes well. These people no get our well-being for mind. They just want power. Nigerians, wise up and rise up for all our sake and for the sake of our generations yet unborn. That's what you said. Kenny Young from Okoba says, I guess presently this government, okay, Precious, and I guess no guest today. He said government has come to destroy Nigeria just in 2 years. Do you know we suffer under Buhari regime for 8 years, but now we're into slavery market. Tag who will save Nigeria. Rating, he said rating is one of the most corrupt country in the world. Oh, please stop that. NNPC and Dangote refinery are deceiving Nigerians with their pricing. They are operating wholly, gopoly. It looks like competition, but they are practicing monopoly. In case of POS charge, rulers are just reducing the purchasing power of Nigerians. That's all. Elder Isaac from Idimo sent in that. And I go to the next message. This is coming from Prince Samuel of Fobwe C. Oji. Says from Ajegunle. He says another increase in ATM charges. We will survive it on the corruption index rate. Nigeria supposed is it on the corruption index rate? Nigeria is supposed to be number 1. May God help us and God bless you too. Emmanuel from Ijesha says, anti-pressures. Where are we going to in this country with this increments? Please, these people called leaders are so type write them again. Who doesn't have human feelings for the citizens? And as for the corruption, INEC, I think Nigeria is number 1. Why you guys on patriotic like this now? Precious, aka Macaulay Culkin. They should use tax to kill us in this country, Abi. The tax master is in town. Olisa from Abuja sent in that message. Precious, with the high price of transportation, I borrowed money and went for a job interview that was not fruitful. How can I pay back now? Please don't make me laugh, but this is not funny. Nigeria, it is simply a timing bomb waiting. Okay, Uche Chuku Emmanuel Chinedu from Ijibo sent in that. Plenty of messages here. Good evening. INEC security agencies promise to handle voters' bias, and we don't believe in INEC and security agencies because they have been working for the ruling party during election. The only way forward to conduct free, fair, and credible election is electronic voting, you meant to say. And you say El-rufai saying Tinubu relationship with the North is deteriorating, and El-rufai is speaking for himself because the Middle Belt is not part of the North, and they know the candidates they will support during election. Will heaven fall if Dangote sells a liter of fuel for 500 naira? In Libya, a liter of fuel is sold for 53 naira, equivalent naira note. Yeah, INEC and security agencies should curb underage voting, especially in the North, if they are serious with curbing electoral malpractices, you meant to say. Yeah. Aberdeen from Bagada said, apparently Wike is facing the consequences of his actions towards Amici, now being repeated by Fubara. It seems Fubara is emulating Wike's approach. If he continues down this path, it's likely he will suffer a similar fate and be betrayed by his own successor. It's shocking that the current administration seems indifferent to the plight of Nigerians, but thankfully we're managing to survive. To all financial institutions in Nigeria, I have a message. The excessive charges you're imposing on Nigerians are essentially loans that will ultimately be repaid. Oh wow, how? Not only you waka come today, Edward from Adiyon. Edward, you're very new on this show. You don't know that before now there were days I used to fly solo, all right. Good evening, Precious and VOP. Since the infamous announcement by the president that subsidy is gone, the country has been on standstill. Hundreds of Nigerians are dying of hunger on daily basis. Manufacturing companies are moving in droves to neighboring countries. Now, Dangote has promised Nigeria to supply our local needs. For how long are we going to continue to impose PMS as vessels of PMS just arrive the ports? For how long are we going to continue importation? Forget about that. Okay, so did government know that this massive importation is akin to the downfall of our naira? How can we strengthen the naira with this manner of importation, considering that Dangote can supply our needs? Stephen Akimbisola from Ijego, swallow your saliva and save your strength, I beg. This matter is deeper than we think it's. Moving on, NPA increased 15%, customs 4%, telecom 50%, ATM increase, etc. All these in 1 month of February 2025. Increase taxes, create new ones, tax anything and everything taxable. What a renewed hopelessness. Ouch. That's what you said, Francis. And I said, on corruption index, Nigeria is 140 out of 180. With all that INEC judiciary, police, these honorable members of the parliament, transparency here and there. Okay, international. I say Transparency International must do the calculation again. There seems to be a glitch. Or are we using INEC Chairman Makude Yakubu's technical calculator? Oh, stop it. You guys, you're just too funny. On Tinubu 2027 election, El-rufai should do what now? El-rufai should know that APC didn't win, don't win selection. What they win is election. What they win is selection capturing. Oh, wow. All right. And okay, some messages here. This here says, good evening, Precious. We haven't heard from Mr. Ola from Chicago. I hope he's fine. I missed him, honestly. I love his contributions on the program. Please extend my regards. So, Mr. Ola, oh, where are you? Mr. Ola, they say they miss you. This is coming from Andrew from Ajawa Estate. Mr. Ola visited Nigeria and he came to the studio to see us, but it wasn't just time for the show, so he couldn't come in. Why all this tax, for God's sake? The people are wicked. Eyo Bassi from Ayobo. Eyo Bassi. Good evening, Precious. Where are VOP guests to? We never hear anything about Presido. Make him talk to us now about all these taxes. Joseph from Agbara. Just yesterday, and I give you media chat. 1 year from him again. Hello. John from Ijaniki says, Precious, on the issue of Nigerians having NIN, or Nigerians having NIN, is not a surprise because I grew up in Kano and we have them in civil service too. John from Ijaniki, he says, a network and increasing tariff should improve on their network first before that. I'm struggling to send you this message because of bad network in the first place. I'm using a green indigenous network. Emefiele is a professor compared to the present CBN governor. This one has no business as CBN governor. Let him go to community bank. Oh, please stop it. And Pretty Precious, good evening. What I heard you just say now concerning the charges from CBN to the customers, I wept for this country of my forefathers. Now, sincerely, I'm beginning to buy what Amici said towards this government. The likes of Peter Usifo are happy now. Collins from Seaside Estate are just sending that message. And who's this now? Fortunators Hugo Davy says, okay, what did you say now? You said, oh dear, I lost track of that message. I was trying to get to that message. Okay, all right. I think I have to return to my call. I just had my hello. Okay, let's see if I can get back to that message I was trying to read. Okay, where's the message by Fortunators? Okay, yeah, here I got it. It says Amnesty International is now corrupt. What again? What did you ask? There was a question you asked there. I can't get it clear. Okay, you said did they bring Bullion Van to give people money? Did they bring Bullion Van to stop the office in Nigeria? I don't understand. For ATM, a case study, all the ATM gallery along Ago Palace Way have been removed and the facility converted to boutique or other uses, e.g. Access Bank, Gallery, ATM, Domino Pizza has been removed. Block used to cover the holes and the wall is being plastered with cement as at today. You mentioned different banks, so I cannot be mentioning those banks like that. You said you and me join Apple Junction. Okay, yeah, you mentioned all of them. ATM business is no longer lucrative for the banks any longer. More cash are circulating outside the banks. Truth is something is happening that we don't know about it yet. It's not looking good at all. That's what Fortunatus said. And this here says Precious. Oh dear, that's the image the lady was talking about. Chim Kadibia says Precious dear. The lady with the beautiful voice was referring to this picture. I have many of them. My dear brother, that picture. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you. Okay, ma'am Precious, are you going far? Benin Republic here in our backyard, I can give you prices of common commodities that have remained same for the past 3 to 4 years. A small country for that matter. Remember that after the junta came in, their economy was one kind, but now the economy is bouncing back real good. Amadu John, he said that's his name. Good evening, Precious. The government of Tinubu and his cackers have come to, oh no. He said there is high level of corruption. They have come to grab it as promised. God will not, okay. He said a lot, but I'd rather rest this case here. Good evening, Precious. I hope you always come to work with a pack of paracetamol with all these happenings. I greet you. Angel Michael, thank you. The one way you carry me for mine. God bless you. Ola from Idumu says, Nigeria is corrupt country, both heaven and on earth. The increase on telecom is not my problem, but the ones on electricity, banking, foodstuff, etc. I think the federal government should increase the tariff on air that we breathe. In and out, Precious. If not, this government no go leave Nigeria alone. You don't increase the tariff of our breath. Thank you for the great job you're doing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Babeji from Motion, he says, Precious, talking about corruption, it could be quite agreeable that all the countries of the world are corrupt, but Nigerians' kind of corruption is super grand corruption. Fantastically corrupt type. Because there is no sector of system in this country, there is no corruption. In fact, corruption is a stand in Nigeria today, has become culture, or as it stands right now, has become culture. INEC, if they really want to help Nigerians, choose those that would lead them and not choose by the INEC themselves and the court. Please, for God's sake, let Yakubu and co change our electoral system. That kind, is it like the kind of US and UK? Precious, why is Tinubu still holding, keeping and detaining MNK? Why not release him? Okay, that's what you said. I say release him for the Igbos, sake of fairness, equity and justice. That's what you said. And this is Precious. Good evening. Please help me tell those at the helm of affairs that people are suffering seriously. Thanks. A Jaife from Ikorodu sent in that. Hi, Precious. Good evening. And wow, Tinubu ride on. Oh, Nigeria hailed you. Big Prince sent in that message. Good evening, Precious. I have a job vacancy to support some of us. Where can I send it to? If I just drop the job vacancy here and I make an announcement in case anybody won't collect and then grab them. Madam, I vex for you. Why are you scared of calling out the names of the network? No, they didn't pay me for advertisement. I won't do that, and I can't. El-rufai is only trying to be relevant after his ministerial rejection. Good riddance to bad rubbish. Prince sent in that. As for Kadoso, he should resign. Vote of no confidence. That's what you are. Vote of no confidence. Okay. Presley, dear, I'm suffering this much from unemployment like this. This life is not sweet anymore for me. I guess I believe. I believe you. Believe you me, before I go beyond, I would make news with any prominent corruption politician in office. I'm still Uchichuku. Uchichuku, you're not going anywhere yet. Okay. All right. Let's see if I can take a few more calls, then I get straight to my step-down conversation. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Hello.
Sir? Joval.
How did you know I'm the one?
Why will I know you? I heard daddy. You and your children at the background. I catch you. Hands down.
Precious, my daughter went to write a composition about her daddy's best friend. Guess who she put as her daddy's best friend?
Darlington.
Precious.
Shebi, every day when you be listening to radio and these children will be joining you, think they don't see you.
She said her daddy's best friend is Precious. So you are owing her a gift.
I owe her a gift. I will give her. I know the fear. I owe her with my full chest. I owe her with my full chest.
That thing instead of writing her mom as her father's best friend to you.
Are you sure that even her mom does not know that I'm your best friend?
Honestly, you are my best friend. She has written your name.
Thank you.
Precious.
Sir?
Today I feel pity for you. You know why?
Why?
Today I was just saying, part of the pain Precious. She must have been tired reading this message for the past 15 minutes now. All this trouble that these people are causing.
They are causing trouble, and Precious is every day analyzing it herself.
My dear
Look
brother.
at it, like Comrade Ayo has run away now. Abi.
Mm.
We are not hearing from him again. He should come back. Oh.
I'll call
this
him
work
back.
is just starting.
I'll call him back.
So, Precious.
Sir?
So now banks will be collecting 500 naira from us, Abi?
Yes, now that's what they talk.
Wait, let me understand that thing very well, because you know you are the guest, you are the analyst. I'm the guest now.
Don't worry. Don't say with my full chest.
If I move from the Orange Bank now to the Green Bank
to go and collect
my money that is in the Orange Bank, the Orange Bank will now collect 500 naira.
No, 100 naira. 100. If the ATM machine is inside the premises of that bank, you're going to collect it.
If the ATM machine is inside the Green Bank and my money is in Orange Bank and I'm in Green Bank, right?
Yes. So they'll collect 100 naira from you for every 20,000 naira you take.
Can you imagine? Which bank will give that kind of profit in this country?
Just
now?
hold on now. But if they, they have out banking ATMs, you understand?
Yes.
So if your ATM machine is outside their banking premises,
okay,
you're gonna pay 500 naira for every 20,000 naira.
That is if my money is in the Orange Bank, yes, and I'm using the green ATM outside the banking premises.
Yes,
of the Green Bank.
Benny,
right?
Benny.
They have finished us now. Did
How?
I not say it? Was it not last week? I said APC has come to steal, to kill, and to destroy Nigeria. I said so now. So how do we start to analyze this one now? Look at it. The tariff for the data and recharge card has taken effect already now. What are we gaining from this government now, Precious? Can you tell me one thing that we are getting now? What we are getting is nothing but suffering, and suffering. I don't envy you. You see that as it is going now, very soon, the people will be pushed to the wall and they will have no place to bounce into and then to come back again. And what is all this one now? So this is the latest one, and they said they gave custom. I was hearing you mentioning that they gave custom targets. How can you give custom targets?
But not be today now. You just hear them. They give custom target now. I didn't mind. Are you new?
I am not new. I'm saying, where would they get the target from? Look at the new money. My friend who does clearing and forwarding, he has not been going to work again since now because people are not paying that money. It's terrible. It's terrible in this nation, Precious. Good evening. Let me wait for a step down.
Thank you so much. All right. Okay, so let's go to some YouTube messages. Baba Ibrahim, I see you. A blessing. He said network is really bad. Otisumio with this bad network. They pay me. And he said Nigeria doesn't have a government. Oh, we do have a government. What has CBN government got to do with ATM machines? What's the responsibility of the individual banks? And Solomon Ode says network is really bad. I'm so sorry for the bad network. Uju Michael says, Precious, where is Barrister Darlington? Can you do this job alone today? Okay, so you guys don't know how Barrister Darlington and I became partners. Barrister Darlington was one of the regular guests regular callers of the show. Yeah. So when I run the show, so Barrister Darlington will also calling. He used to be like you, and then he became our Gakpatapata in charge now as a guest. So please, I can always run solo anytime, any day. Wake me up and I'll jump in conversation for you. Solomon Ode says, Nigeria no go. Say no go better for something, but I no go fit talk Saria Thoni GPS says, make una they enjoy government on our government. Cynthia says, good evening, Precious. Well done. Thank you so much, Cynthia. Appreciate you. And then I go back to more messages. You never see anything yet. Tinubu will finish you people. Stop it now. I'm not reading it. Blessing says Tinubu is fulfilling the campaign promise by reducing the purchasing power of the masses, show them the economy and slow down the economy and increase tax rate. And I just remember what Peter Obi said when everything go to the same market. Peter Obi can be president today. You and Peter Obi is going to the same market, even if he's not president. Seraphic Media says, Precious, what of Dr. Deji? I miss his analytics grammatical emporium. Yo! Stella Winner said, my company is hiring financial advisor, Capital Express Assurance Limited, Anthony Branch. Applicants should contact. Sarah, please drop your email address so that I can copy it immediately and send to them. All right? please, if you can drop your email address, I would really appreciate it. Drop your email address or contact on how they can contact you. I see that they're employing for the position of a financial advisor, please, because I know that people are really, really in need of jobs so that they can get something to do. But let's move straight to our step down conversation, because it will be very unfair if I don't handle this step down conversation today. But my WhatsApp calls are just too plenty. Can I take a little bit of WhatsApp message before I go to that step down? Precious, I haven't heard any nation that Mr. President encouraged importation of fuel while they heard private refinery in a country. Nigerians have entered one. Joe from Bariga. And then this here says, good evening, Precious. Please tell INEC to go to option A4 method come 2027 election, which brought Abiola and Tofa election at the best since a democracy. Jude from Jakonde Estate sent in that message. And then this is a Yomi from Omole says, the problem of Nigeria are the religious leaders. They are giving Nigerians hope where there is none. If you complain, they will say you should pray, that God should favor you. Pray for prosperity. Pray. Prayer time is coming, yet Nigeria is getting worse even as we pray. Okeke from Eugene Okeke from Ladipo says, Precious, our lawmakers demanded bribe to pass a bill on university budget. What a country. Precious, they say an envelope wouldn't give them, and because news carry, I don't want to come. Precious, people are dying. I know people are dying. Taxes in every aspect of our lives, my dear brother. I know the level of complaints I get every day, so I know that it's not a joke. Trust me. Nigerians are never see anything. Then go begin tax tire very soon. Nigerians go start to pay tax for air. Where did they breathe? CY from Isolo says, I was still confused about the Nigerian judicial and their understanding concerning our constitution. They make laws and never respect anyone. The shame. Oh wow, you said a lot. I appreciate you. Okay, so let's get straight to our step down conversation. So something has been trending on social media, and I thought to just bring that to our attention. So a young lady from Unizik did something today to her lecturer. So let me see if I can just play us that excerpt, and I'd like us to talk about it on our step down. So there's apparently chaos today at the Faculty of Arts, Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, after a yet to be identified young lady, I think I know her name, but let's skip that now. She's a student of the school, attacked and beat a lecturer during a heated altercation. That's a she bite them. That's a bit. So the incident, which occurred on campus, stemmed from an argument after the lecturer, identified as Dr. Chukwudi Michael, interrupted the student while she was recording a dance video on the faculty corridor. Apparently, she was doing a TikTok video. Eyewitnesses said that the student was dancing while someone filmed her when Michael attempted to pass by. The lecturer tapped her on the shoulder and said, "Excuse me," and passed. As he passed behind her, however, she became visibly upset and exclaimed, "Can you imagine how he just hit me?" An eyewitness recounted. Now, the disagreement quickly escalated into a physical confrontation, with the students grabbing the lecturer's clothes aggressively as onlookers tried to intervene. If you're on YouTube, I'm going to play it for you. If you want to watch it, you can go to YouTube now. Stand by to watch it. A viral video of the incident circulating on social media on Tuesday captured the moment the student lashed out on the lecturer, insisting she had been beaten. That is, she was hit by the lecturer. Say, he hit me, that kind of thing. Another clip showed the lecturer raising his hands in apparent restraint while the student held onto him forcefully. So when contacted, Unizik's chief security officer, Ken Chukura, confirmed the development, stating that the university was conducting an internal investigation into the matter. So they said, he explained that Michael claimed he overheard the student insulting him after he passed by, and returned to confirm if she was one of the students. He reportedly reached for her phone because he suspected she was making a TikTok video and did not want to appear on it, so that's why he reached for the phone. He asked that the video be deleted, but in response, she allegedly beat him on the both arms. That is, bite him for both hands. Imagine circulating online show, images circulating online show visible marks on the lecturer's arms. Further reports suggest that student involved is a 300 level history and international studies student and the daughter of a lecturer in the university's engineering department. So she's the lecturer's child, and that's why she reacted that way. So I'm going to be playing the video shortly so that you can see what transpired. Okay, so as I play the video for my YouTube audience, I would have to play the sound bite for you guys on radio, listening from terrestrial, so you hear. So this is it. That's it.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
That was a hit. It was just a tap. It looked like a tap to me. I'm a female, yeah, I know, but that was just like a tap, like excuse me, because maybe no one showing face for the video. Come on for road the person day, they pass, make up for fee pass as they do your video. Listen to it again.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Can you imagine? He just hit me. All right, so let's go straight to the altercation. Let's start with this video. She was holding his shirts. His singlets were popping out. She was pulling his dress. His singlet was popping out. People were trying to hold her. Three 0803-692-9933 and 0817-175-6338. That is the WhatsApp line. 0817-175-6338. What would you do? Or what would you have done differently if you were the lecturer? And what do you think the school is going to do, considering the fact that her father is a lecturer in the school? Do you think the appropriate measures will be taken? Hello, good evening and welcome.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, you're welcome.
This is Chibike.
Chibike, you're welcome. You're welcome. Go ahead.
I think the girl is very wrong. Yes, she's very wrong for doing that. She's not meant to do that. Now, what she has done now, she's meant to receive punishment. Serious punishment for that. Serious punishment for that. That's my suggestion. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay. All right, serious punishments. But can that punishment come to pass? Phone lines are still open. 0700-903-903-903. That's the number to call. Let's get to take your thoughts and reactions on the conversation. 0700-903-903-903. There is other numbers to call. Hello, good evening. Hello.
Good evening, Precious.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank you. Go ahead.
That girl should be relocated from the university.
She's a 300 level student. Her father is a lecturer.
Yes, it doesn't make any difference. She should be relocated.
That's your final answer. You don't want to phone a friend. You don't want to phone a friend.
Yes, very rude and she has no manner.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Hello, Precious.
Yes, please.
Good evening again.
You're welcome. Thank you. Go ahead.
That girl is in 300 level. Obviously,
yes,
she has one level finished, right?
Yes.
And I don't think that man is her direct lecturer.
I don't know.
If that man is a direct lecturer, obviously she will never graduate from that school.
Her father is a lecturer. Her father is a lecturer in engineering departments in the school. How about that?
Very beautiful.
I wanted to say, duh. How about that? Go
I
ahead.
think we should rephrase the question that you asked. You asked what would we do if we were that lecturer?
What would you have
the
done
question should
differently?
be,
That's what I said.
what do you think should happen to that girl, Precious?
Why
Number
would you
one,
ask me the
that
question?
girl, that girl should go for some level of mental test.
Oh wow!
You claim that somebody hit you. Your retaliation is to bite that person. Is she a carnivorous human being?
That the man held onto her phone.
Then why,
remember, the report has it that the man
course,
held onto her phone and asked her to delete the TikTok.
If she never had a video that showed the man's face, should have shown the man the video. The man has every right to say, I want to appear in your video, I don't want to appear in your video. So that's like her trespassing. Then if she knows that for real that the man is not in that video, what stops her from showing the man? You are not in the video, look at the video here. That ends it. Even journalists cannot just go and take video of people without even, except you are doing it professionally. If not,
No, you don't have the right. You don't have the right to take someone's video.
You must interview. You must ask somebody, please, do you want to appear in my video? Can I take your picture?
Yes, please.
So now she has taken a video. The man is suspecting that he's in that video. They should have shown the man, and the man said, delete it. The next thing, she beats the man.
Thank you.
So what's that? If her mother is even the VC in call.
Thank you so much. Hello, good evening.
Hello,
yes.
good evening.
Yes, you're welcome.
My name is Innocent. I'm coming from Amo. Please, I want to talk.
Talk,
let
please.
them investigate this lady. And now the school, for me, let them, after investigation, and see what's happened, because nobody knows whether they have some issues. Maybe the girl and the lecturer, maybe they have something unsettled before. I don't know. But after investigation, let them now take the whole matter and give to his father to polish his daughter. That is the simplest thing.
Thank you.
The man should polish his daughter so that tomorrow, because what I see there, that guy is overconfident because he has a father that is a lecturer. So let the man polish that his daughter. So tomorrow she will be let man teach her a lesson.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Emmanuel Ogonna says it was a tap. It was really a tap. And she keeps saying, he hits me, but it was a tap. At least I saw that part. And Ike Nachiagoyi says, the lady is so insane. Very annoying girl. What does she have in mind to achieve with this kind of drama? She is not trained well at home. Her upbringing is questionable and she's not responsible. Omo Igbare, Emmanuel says, that's not what happened though. He walked into the video and nudged her while passing, saying, excuse me. What ensued later isn't there. Oh, what did you narrate now from what I narrate? I played the video where he tapped her and said, excuse me, because she was on the road and he perhaps doesn't want to show on the video. So just like to be sure that, excuse me. Okay. So, but does that warrant what happened? Are you trying to defend that? I want to know. Nigerians are complaining when it's time to vote. They would, okay. I'm a graduate of Unizik. Since after the tenure of Professor Ilochi Okafor, the standard of that school has fallen drastically. Insecurity, cultism, cohabitation, robbery, and immorality is on the high. That's what you said. CND1 says the girl's mother is also a lecturer. Oh, both her mother and father are lecturers. No wonder the girl get liver now. Okay, all right. This says good evening, Precious. Does it mean there will be charges for withdrawal below 20k? I don't. That I'm wondering how CBN is going to tackle that really. So when we get to that bridge, yeah. Okay, so this here says what? Okay, I think this is not about a step down. This here, everything going higher and situation worsening. This is not on a step down conversation. It says the last caller spoke well. Just okay. Good evening, Lady P. I wept for Nigeria, my dear country. Can Nigeria be good again, Lady P? Why not? Okay, he says, good evening. That girl is a cultist. I'm very sure. Kenechuku, how are you sure of that? And this message here says, good evening, P. Her father can be anything. That lady was very wrong and should face the school's disciplinary committee. Andrew from Ajari State sent in that. And Babeji from Oshodi says, the girl should be seriously punished. Teachers and lecturers are trying, and weren't being paid better in their jobs in the first place. And he says, if the man had hit her, he wouldn't have said, excuse me. Maybe the lady created that scene for TikTok to make more money. She should be suspended. That's what you said. Okay. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Good evening, Precious.
Sir, you're welcome.
Yeah, this is Tony calling from Mojo.
Tony, you're welcome. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay. Precious.
Sir?
That girl did not only disgrace the parents, In fact, she disgraced the whole student of Oka, the university. I don't know the university. Is it because the parents are lecturer that made her to have the effort to drag that lecturer in her dress? For me, I think that girl deserves a very big punishment. Let the school look into it so that she will learn her lesson. That is my take.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. That's your take. All right. Hello. Good evening and welcome.
Hello?
Yes, you're welcome.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very well. Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah, my name is Emmanuel, calling from Baniga.
Emmanuel, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, Precious.
Sir?
My age is 69 years old.
Okay, sir.
In that position, they said charity begins at home. They should expel the girl and the parents from the school.
Both the girl and her parents.
Every one of them from the school. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
They should be expelled. Both she and the parents. She lacked discipline. They didn't give her proper training. They should be expelled. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, are you for expelling the girl and her parents together? Shebi, it's not the girl's parents that committed the crime now. Even if the lecturer is asking her out, shouldn't make her go to this extent. She has guards. That's what you said. Okay. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Madam Precious.
Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome.
One thing, instead of expelling the girl, because for me, I will not agree in that part. Our punishment should be maybe her losing a session. So when she now lose 1 year, she will now understand. Our friends now will be graduating a year after her. Then it will now dawn on her that what she did is wrong. I think she's just trying to use that TikTok or maybe that lecturer to catch fun on TikTok because of money. You lost your morality. The parents is not involved in this. So the last caller saying they should be expelled. You are trying to bring more hardship on the family because that is what they use to feed the family. So punishing the parent and the child, they are not the one that sent her to go and do such thing. She lacks home training. So she should bear the whole consequence. And the school should do proper investigation on this matter. You understand? To balance things up. Because I'm sure that girl must have planned a lot of things. And one, it is wrong in the corners of your faculty. Acting that way.
Thank you.
It is wrong.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And how about Precious?
Sir?
Your sister.
She's fine.
Promise.
She's fine. She's at the backyard. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. This says, I cry for that girl. Serial Peter. Nnamdi Obiamalo Uju says, we should always learn to control ourselves. This is why we go to school and all. And Iken says, okay, yeah, I see what you said there. Let's see if I can take a few more messages. This says, the girl is demented something, and ought to be punished for shaming her parents. Despicable. What is the name of the uni again? Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Unizik. All right, Lagos, Nigeria, thank you so much for being a part of the show. This is where we'll draw the cutting on the show. Thank you for your calls, your contribution. Thank you for being a part of the show. I love you guys. I'll see you again tomorrow evening, God willing. My name is Precious Enyi, and that's my name across board. Anywhere we're going, the name of the answer be that Precious Enyi. And yes, Enyi means friend, and I love to be your friend till the end. I'll see you again tomorrow evening, God willing. Have yourself an amazing evening and protect your mental health. Good night.